Here's a look at your daily market report on this Tuesday, the 17th day of June. The monthly cattle and feed report will be released this Friday. Got pre-report estimates in now. On feed numbers, expected to be at 98.8. The range this month, 98.1 to 99.4. Marketing's expected to be at 90.1% with a range of 89.3 to 95.0. Placements, they're expected to be at 94.2% of last year. The range on those, as usual, a little bit wider from 88% of last year's level up to 97.7% of last year's level. Taking a look at the cattle auctions on Monday, China livestock market, 1,506 head compared to last week. Feeder steers and heifers traded with higher undertones, some 4 to 5 weights being as much as $20 higher than last week. A couple of stickout sales this week include 179 head of 976-pound steers that sold at $285.25. On the heifer side, had 2 full loads of 726-pound heifers at $325. Callaway Livestock Center on Monday, they sold 1,600 head. The feeder steers were steady to $8 higher, except for some 5 to 550-pound steers that were steady to $7 lower. The heifers this week steady to $4 higher. Several pot loads of yearlings on hand this week. Steers, a load of 720-pound steers at $346.75. A pot load of 748-pound steers sold at $345. Pot load of 887-pound steers at $316. Pot load of 898-pound steers at $310. Then a load of 929-pound steers at $307.75. Joplin Regional Stockyards, they ended up with more than expected yesterday, 8,724 head. The steers were mixed from 5 lower to 5 higher. Heifers were mixed 5 lower to $7 higher. It was noted there was lots of unweaned, non-vaccinated calves in the offering. The prices reflected that with the uneven trends as well. The steers weighing 4 to 500 pounds at $405 to $445, 5 to 6 weights at $372 to $405, 6 to 7 weights at $335 to $379, 7 to 8 weights, they sold at $310 to $350, 8 to 9 weights at $300 to $320.50, 900 to 1,000-pound steers at $278.5 to $298. Feeder heifers, medium and large ones, 400 to 500 pounds, $365 to $440. 5 to 6 weights at $327 to $385, 6 to 7 weight heifers at $310 to $360, 7 to 8 weights at $289 to $322, a few 8 to 9 weight heifers at $263 to $286. Box beef cutout values continue to rise. Choice up $3.07 this morning at $385.18. Select up $2.79 at $370.26. Those values based on 50 loads of cuts, trimmings, and grinds. The Choice Select spread at $14.92. Negotiated feedlot trade so far for the week, basically at a standstill. Only a few hundred head reported. Nothing in any region of any volume to establishing kind of a market yet this week. Last week, 51,944 head. The weighted average price on the live sales was up $3.94 at $240.57. That was mainly due in part to trade in the Southern Plains, which was a bit higher last week and narrowed that spread between the North and the South. Dress sales, $379.89. That was down 14 cents as most Northern trade last week was steady to weaker. Taking a look at the futures markets at midday. A lot of red in the cattle complex today as they just could not maintain that rally that they started yesterday, if you could call one day a rally. Live cattle for June currently 257 lower, 224.45. August at 211.02, down 452. October at 209.10, down 380. August feeder cattle at 305, that's down $5.17. September at 304.60, down 497. October at 302.60, down 477. Lean hogs for July 111.65, down 15. August 111.87, down 80. October 95.27, down 90. Taking a look at the grains, July corn down 1 3/4 at 433. The rest of the contracts 4 to 5 higher at midday. September 425, December 439. Soybeans are 3 to 6 higher. July 1073 1/4, August 1075 3/4, September 1059 1/4. Wheat contracts are 13 to 14 higher at midday. July 550 1/4, September 566 1/2, December 587 1/4. Soybean meal for July, $285.10 a ton, up $1.40. Soybean oil for July, down 13 cents a hundredweight at $54.98. With the Missouri Department of Agriculture, that's your farm news. This is Tony Hancock.